President Donald Trump's monetary arrangements are causing the U.S. to fall behind China in the tech area, as indicated by a Saxo Bank investigator, who said the present government does not have the capacity of seeing the world evolving. Steen Jakobsen, boss business analyst at Saxo Bank, said a significant part of the strategy that Trump has established or discussed is negative and really against efficiency. He referred to Trump's want to lessen the U.S. exchange shortfall, saying that it would not be useful for the normal American. On the off chance that you have a present record shortfall, you are spending more cash than you have. In the event that you need a surplus, you're going to spend less cash than you can. So if Trump really conveys on the exchange approach, he will aggravate Americans off first before they show signs of improvement. Furthermore, as far as profitability, he needs to keep employments. He wouldn't like to make occupations, Jakobsen told CNBC in a TV talk with Thursday. Also, I surmise that is the huge change we see moderately to China, who has an innovative work design. China today, on a week-by-week premise, practically overwhelms the U.S. in various innovation areas. Saxo Bank's central financial analyst said China is progressing in ranges like quantum registering. This alludes to another period of quicker and all the more intense PCs. In August, China showed a world first by sending information over long separations and utilizing satellites that was conceivably unhackable. It laid the reason for cutting-edge encryption in view of purported quantum cryptography. U.S. passing up a great opportunity. Rather than the U.S., China has an arrangement to create in the innovation field, as indicated by Jakobsen. They have charge. What's more, I think charge is the single greatest thing that has ever happened. U.S. has no strategy, Germany has no approach, yet China moves along, he said. I think the U.S. is passing up a major opportunity for a gigantic, tremendous capacity of seeing the world evolving. I think in the following 10,000 information focuses, we will have more change than we have ever found in our professions. China has laid out plans to end up noticeably a main player in numerous zones of innovation. In July, the legislature disclosed its diagram to wind up plainly the world pioneer in counterfeit consciousness, AI, by 2030, with the point of making the business worth 1 trillion yuan. $147.7 billion. Another activity, called Made in China 2025, is China's enormous government-supported push to be a world pioneer in various cutting-edge enterprises, for example, restorative gadgets, aviation gear and mechanical technology. Wilbur Ross, the U.S. Trade Secretary, has condemned the Chinese government's way to deal with innovation. As opposed to building a comprehensively aggressive free market economy keeping in mind the end goal to contend, China has picked rather to urge American organizations that need to work in China to turn over exclusive innovation and protected innovation, Ross wrote in a section in the Financial Times prior this year. He said that for U.S. organizations to get into China, it requires a joint wander with a Chinese firm and some of the time implies the exchange of licensed innovation. U.S. tech firms could lose lead. Be that as it may, Jakobsen said that the U.S. organization needs to concentrate on instruction, making new employments instead of saving existing ones, and expanding spending innovation look into. So the issue in the U.S. isn't tied in with keeping employments, it's about how up-and-coming age of occupations are being made. Furthermore, they will come through ZAP, from driving the mechanical designing that will originate from it, Jakobsen told CNBC. U.S. innovation organizations have been putting intensely in zones, for example, computerized reasoning and apply autonomy. Quite a bit of Google's new Pixel 2 cell phone declaration Wednesday concentrated on this, for instance. Be that as it may, while U.S. innovation firms are driving the way now, Jakobsen said that could change later on, mostly in light of the fact that a considerable lot of these organizations aren't ready to get to the Chinese market. They have the administration. Be that as it may, on the off chance that you look 10 years not far off, does Google have an impression in China? No. Do they have the capacity to change that? Likely not, he told CNBC. So the fact of the matter is yes, they, U.S. tech firms, are exceptionally effective. They have high overall revenues as I would see it since they have restraining infrastructures. In any case, on the off chance that you look down the line, there will be a Chinese rendition of this inside the following 0 to a half year.